Hey everybody, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today I'm taking a look at this projector, this little home projector from a company called JOVAL. I think that's how I say it, JOVAL. And basically it's a tabletop projector, 1080p, full HD, and we're going to take a look at it. There's not much info on the box here other than obviously power connector, it has a USB port, HDMI port, and some audio outs for speakers or earphones. And obviously you can connect this to all kinds of things that have HDMI cables or whatnot. So we'll take a look at this. It's supposed to have Wi-Fi and a bunch of other things. So I do want to thank JOVAL for sending this over to the channel for an unboxing and initial first look. Definitely appreciate that. And we'll see what this is about. I mean, it looks actually pretty cool. And obviously we'll test it out and check the quality of the projected image and all of that. So what's nice is it does come in this little carrying case with a handle. So portable if you want to take it out and about or to, to anywhere. There's a microfiber cloth. Here's the quick start guide. Looks pretty nice. Now this does have a remote control. I do believe you can also do like, cast your screen. So doing like iOS mirroring of your phone. You can do that for Android as well. So that's actually kind of cool. See here, so we get a power adapter, it looks like. So it's like a standard laptop like power adapter. Plug it in, plug that into the device. So this is actually pretty nice. You can put your projector here, you can put your power adapter and your remote control on the other side. So there is a remote control, which is also nice. So looks like a standard remote control. Probably takes, I don't know what kind of batteries this takes. This takes AAA batteries, so I'll have to grab some of those. So this is what the device looks like. Now I had originally thought that this might have been metal, but it's plastic. There's a lens protector there. So lens, looks like a speaker on the front. Or maybe that's just air for airflow. Speakers on the sides. Back panel again, USB, HDMI. Looks like there's one audio connection, and this is the infrared sensor for the remote. It kind of looked on the package like there was two audio connectors, but there's basically only one headphone or external speaker connection, and that's the infrared bit. Bottom has some air holes, a mount, I guess. If you probably want to put this on some sort of stand or something, you can screw that in there. Basically that's it, power button on top, and looks to be just plug it in. So that's all that there is. I mean, this is not that big, as you can see. And maybe if you want to compare it to an iPhone 12 Pro Max, it's not that tall. It's pretty compact. Yeah, so like I said, this does have Wi-Fi connection technology, so you should be able to connect this to your tablet, your phone, laptop, etc. It has two speakers on the sides, as I mentioned. Looks like if you do have a USB that has videos on it, you can plug that in and play from the USB port. Depending on the distance that you put this from a flat surface or a wall, it can be as small as 30 inches and as large as 120 inches from the screen size. It's LCD LED display technology, has 100 lumen brightness, The resolution, native resolution is 1920 by 1080. Speakers are 3 watts. The overall package weighs around 3 pounds. But yeah, I mean, overall, this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and set this up somewhere in my house so that I can project it. And then I'll maybe do some video recording of the projection just so you can see what it looks like. And then I'll jump to the computer at the end to kind of give my summary or give my thoughts of how it actually worked. And if it's a decent quality or if it sucks. You know, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty good just based on what I've seen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we'll jump into some of the video of you know, what this looks like when it's actually projecting.
Either a bully, a toady, or one of a nameless rabble of victims.
With the cumbersome stocking single tailed time. I think that everybody should have a Red Ryder BB gun. They're very good for Christmas. I don't think that football is a very good Christmas present.
Oh, rarely have the words poured from my pen and pencil with such feverish fluidity.
So I'm going to apologize for the audio on this portion of the video. I'm using my phone to record this. I don't have a good way of rigging up my camera to do this. So what I wanted to quickly show here, I'm just projecting this on a wall. And this is the main menu for the actual device when you power it on. And as you can see, it lists like you can pick what peripheral you want to use. So if you want to cast your screen to it, this will project an Wi-Fi hot point and then access point, and then you can connect your device to that access point. You can also select HDMI or USB. Now what I did is I just have USB connection. So I do have the USB drive plugged in, and I have a few videos here from my personal library where I own the DVDs. I rip them so that I can have, you know, I can play these in my house on different things. But I have, you know, The Grinch, A Christmas Story, It's a Wonderful Life. So, you know, you can select one of those, it will load and start playing. You can fast forward it, you can play it. You have some on-screen menu items, you know, skipping chapters if there's chapters, etc., etc. And you can just play, right? So the one thing I would say is that the sound from this is not the greatest. You can adjust the sound levels, obviously, with the controller. But, you know, they're just 3-watt speakers. So if you have, you know, if your kids want to use this in their bedroom or something like that, or if it's, you know, something ad hoc, you can definitely set it up that way and just have the speakers, you know, produce the sound. But I would suggest probably if you have an audio system in your house or whatever room that you're using this in, that you use that audio system and then take the line out from the actual projector into your audio system so you have a better audio. Now from a brightness perspective, it works pretty good. If you have it completely dark in the room and you're able to kind of keep the room dark, you can get a you know, a pretty bright image. So it's definitely good enough to watch. This is right now set up probably, I don't know, I want to say 40 or 50 inches in size, and it's pretty good, and the resolution looks pretty good as well. So that is pretty cool. It works pretty well. You can also play music if you have it. If you have some documents, I guess you can bring it up and, you know, view a text document on the wall. If you have photos, you can put photos up as well. There's some settings here for the image, sound, setting the time, some general stuff around flipping the screen up, if you need to flip it vertically or whatever, or upside down, etc. There's an ability to upgrade the software via the USB if you download a firmware update, that sort of thing. Now, the one thing I would say is that if you have content already that you want to project, right? Like if you have music, you have videos, you have all that sort of thing, this works really well. Now, I did try to cast my screen prior. I'm not going to do it right now because I just ran into a ton of issues. I am able to like mirror my iPhone screen and put that on there, but it's not like optimal. It's not like you're actually casting a video like using AirPlay or anything like that. It's really not that good. So I would say generally, if you're looking for a projector where you can, cast Netflix or do, all these different things, unless you already have a smart device that can connect to this via HDMI, it is pretty limited. Now, I don't have one available here, but what I was planning on doing is actually setting this up for my kids and getting a Google Chromecast and using the Google Chromecast plugged into this to do all the streaming and do all the actual video and things like that. So that's my plan for this, is just to use like a Google Chromecast so that I can, and you can use a Fire Stick or Apple TV or whatever you want, right? And I think that would have a better overall experience in like making this a smart device than using any of the out-of-the-box features that this has, because it's pretty basic and pretty limited. So if you're looking for that, that experience of just watching Netflix or Amazon Prime or any things like that, or even YouTube, you're better off, connecting this to either a device via HDMI or getting a Chromecast or one of those types of streaming devices and plugging it in to this and just using that. Like I said, that's what I'm planning on doing. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. There's some controls to change the focus of this. So like if I can make it go totally out of focus, as you can see, and then you can just bring it back into focus. And this is what you would use if you change the size of this, or you want to project it like I was doing earlier. I was projecting on the ceiling in my dining room as we were having Thanksgiving dinner. We were kind of watching some movies on the ceiling, which is kind of fun. But depending on the distance it is from the actual surface you're projecting, you'll need to adjust the focus from the control. But all in all, I think this is actually a pretty good device. Just wanted to show you the menu here and just kind of flip through some of that stuff, but definitely good from a projection standpoint, a projector standpoint. I think it works pretty well. It's pretty compact. It's a little bit of a noise. You can hear the fan running when it has it on, but if, like I said, if you have an external speaker, like a plug-in speaker that you're going to use, or like I said, your home audio system or something like that, I think that would be much better from a sound quality standpoint than the speakers that are inside of this. Because even with the volume turned up on the internal speakers, you can still kind of hear the fan noise. But that's basically it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post those below, and I'll be sure to try to answer whatever I can. This is Andrew from T is for Tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.